Welcome back to another episode of Just Putting Around. I'm your host, Reese. Alright folks, today we're talking about one of the most electrifying human beings to ever lace up a pair of boots, grab a mic, or raise an eyebrow, The Rock. From the awkward, smiling babyface days of Rocky Maivia to the megastar who owned Hollywood before most wrestlers even knew what a crossover was, this is the evolution of The Rock, from Rocky Maivia to Hollywood icon. Before there was The Rock, before the millions and millions were chanting his name, there was Dwayne Douglas Johnson, born May 2nd, 1972 in Hayward, California. Now, wrestling was in his blood. His dad, Rocky Johnson, was a charismatic trailblazer, one half of the first black WWF Tag Team Champions with Tony Atlas. His grandfather, Peter Maivia, was a Polynesian powerhouse in the old territory days. So yeah, Dwayne was born into the business, and it wasn't handed to him on a silver platter. His early life was tough. He moved around constantly: Hawaii, Pennsylvania, New Zealand, you name it. He's been the new kid at the school more often than Hulk Hogan's been called out for creative control. And to top it off, by age 15, he's watching his parents struggle financially. Even got evicted from their apartment in Hawaii. So when people talk about The Rock's drive, that never give up energy, it's not a gimmick, that's from real life. Before wrestling, Dwayne had his sights set on football. He was a standout at the University of Miami, national champion, defensive lineman, part of a stacked roster with names like Warren Sapp. But here's where life swerves him like a surprise heel turn. He gets injured, loses his starting spot, and goes undrafted to the NFL. He gives it a shot in the CFL with the Calgary Stampeders, but after 2 months, he's cut. He's 23, broke, living in his parents' apartment, and in his own words, he's got $7 in his pocket. That's where $7 Productions comes from later. That rock bottom moment, pun intended, becomes his origin story. So, The Rock calls his dad and says, "I think I want to wrestle." He starts training, and soon enough, WWE sees the family lineage and goes, perfect babyface material. Enter Rocky Maivia, the smiling, tassel-wearing, gee-whiz good guy who was supposed to be the ultimate fan favourite. He debuted at Survivor Series in 1996, won the Intercontinental title early, and the company shoved him down everyone's throat. The fans hated it. They chanted, "Die Rocky die," and "Rocky sucks." It's rough, man. Imagine busting your ass to make it, and the crowd's booing your existence. But instead of folding, Dwayne learned. He watched the crowd, studied promos, and started thinking about what they wanted, and what he wanted to be. So he joins the Nation of Domination. Suddenly, the smiling rookie becomes a cocky, third-person talking trash talker who, with more charisma than a room full of McMahons. He drops Rocky Maivia and becomes The Rock. The catchphrases started flowing. Know your role and shut your mouth if you smell what The Rock is cooking. He goes from hated rookie to the people's champion. Fans love the confidence, the showmanship, the over-the-top delivery. His pure energy, but always self-aware. Part athlete, part comedian, part showman. He wins the WWF title at Survivor Series 98. Feuds with Austin, Mankind, Triple H, and boom, he's officially the guy. This was The Rock at his rawest. The timing, the facial expressions, the mic control. Dude could silence an arena with one eyebrow. You could feel the star power. This is peak Rock. Every week he's cutting legendary promos, rock concerts, This Is Your Life with Mankind, the whole corporate champ thing. He's headlining WrestleMania, going toe-to-toe with Austin, and somehow making It doesn't matter what your name is, the most savage insult of all time. And here's the kicker. He's crossing over. He's on Saturday Night Live. He's doing media appearances. The world's realising this guy isn't just a wrestler, he's a star. That's what made The Rock different. He wasn't trapped by wrestling. He transcended it. And did it while giving us gold like Yabba Dabba Bitch at the same time. Then comes the next evolution. The Rock goes Hollywood. Starts with The Mummy Returns and The Scorpion King. Then dives into The Rundown, Walking Tall, and a whole new identity. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But wrestling fans, they weren't happy. Sellout chants, boos, people accusing him of abandoning WWE. So when he comes back in 2003 as Hollywood Rock, he leaned into it, mocking the crowd, acting like the biggest movie star in the world, and honestly, it was brilliant. Then came the big return feuds, Cena, Punk, the nostalgia pops. He wasn't just The Rock anymore, he was a crossover success story. Fast forward, and now he's not just a wrestler or an actor, he's a brand. Tequila Empire, XFL owner, fitness motivator, humanitarian, and somehow still one of the most charismatic dudes alive. But what's wild is this. When he does return to WWE, like he did recently, it's instant goosebumps. Crowd loses it every single time. Because it's not just nostalgia, it's respect. The fans remember where he started, how he reinvented himself, and how he never stopped hustling. The Rock's story isn't just wrestling history, it's human resilience. He went from a broke ex-football player with $7 in his pocket to one of the biggest stars on the planet. And he did it by learning from failure, embracing evolution, and always staying authentic. That's the real magic of The Rock. He turned every setback into a setup. From Die Rocky Die to the great one. If that's not a masterclass in perseverance, I don't know what is. Alright, jabronis, that's going to do it for today's episode of Just Putting Around. If you enjoyed this deep dive into The Rock's evolution, hit the follow button, drop a review, and let me know. What's your favourite Rock moment of all time? Until next time, keep your promos tight, your finishes clean, and intros electrifying.